Are you tired of that relentless inner critic that keeps staring you down? Are you tired of that inner voice that keeps criticizing you, telling you what is it that you cannot do or what you're not good at? Then this video is for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Grow with Mints, and this is Minnie. In today's video, we're going to look at this inner voice or the inner critic. How can you silence it and embrace self-acceptance? Okay. So we all have this voice in our head that keeps on chattering, making feeling us bad, making us feel bad, or putting our self worth down, especially when we are trying to do something that is out of a comfort zone. My mentor, Blair Singer, calls this the little voice. So let's see how can you silence this little voice and change it in a way so that it's beneficial for you. So now the first step before you change anything is you need to recognize it. So you need to recognize the inner critic. You need to recognize the inner voice. What does this voice tell? When is it most active? What are you doing when this voice is chattering away? What is the emotion that you're feeling? If you do not understand all of these, it will not be possible for us to change the voice. So we need to understand, and also in some cases the inner voice need not always be our voice. It could be a voice of somebody who's close to us, maybe our parents, or a mentor, or somebody who always criticizes us or tells us what is it that we are not good at. So it's important that you identify what this voice says, what is the voice trying to tell you. The next is, once you have recognized the voice, now you need to practice mindful observation. Now, what is mindful observation? The moment you become aware of that negative self talk, or you become aware of that active inner voice, you need to distance yourself. You need to put a space between your thought and yourself. This is so that you can look at it objectively, look at it as a third person, and understand it better, to know, okay, what is it that you need to change, or why is it this voice is trying to discourage you. That is important. So you need to put a space between you and your thought for you to work better on it. Now you have understood what the inner voice is telling you. You have tried to look at it objectively. The third point here is you need to challenge that negative thought. Now, the inner voice or the little voice will never stop. But do you have to always accept what it says, or can you change the narrative? We can. So, for here, what you need to do is you need to challenge that inner thought. Now, and for this, becoming mindful is very important. So, the moment you become aware of that little voice that keeps chattering away in your head, you need to say stop. Put a stop to that thought process. Change the way the voice speaks to you. So for example, if you have to work on an important project and your voice keeps telling you, don't take it up, you will mess it up, then in such situations, what you need to tell the voice is stop. I know I have failed in the past, but I'm going to learn from my failures and ensure I make this project a success. So here, what you're doing is you're changing it. You are changing the voice, you are changing the tone, you are making it more encouraging, more motivating. So that is what we have to do. Now, the fourth step is cultivate self-compassion. Now, to change the voice to something that is positive, something that is encouraging, we need to have that self-compassion. So we need to forgive ourselves for our mistakes. We need to embrace our own flaws. So just like, we would be kind to a friend or a family member, we have to show that kindness to us. If we don't show that kindness, if we are not self compassionate, if we are not accepting of ourselves, who else will? So Be self compassionate, understand yourself, accept yourself. This way, you can change the narrative, you can make it the inner critic, you can change it to a inner motivator, a voice which keeps encouraging you, motivating you. The next step that you can do is mindful meditation. Now, meditation, what do you understand by meditation and why is meditation important? Meditation is a method or a way in which you can go inside, understand yourself, understand what is happening inside of you. We all are aware of what happens around us. We can see it, we can feel it, we can hear it. But how many times do we take the effort to understand who we are, what is going on inside ourselves? See, to change yourself on this journey that you are on, you need to understand yourself from inside. How are you? What is it that is going on inside? The change has to happen from inside. Okay, so for that, meditation is a very powerful tool. Now, what is mindfulness meditation? Mindfulness, as I've said in my previous videos, is being aware of the present moment. So, what is that one thing that is constantly with us from the time we are born till the time we, move on from the planet Earth? That is our breath. Okay, that is the first thing that you take when you come on to into this world. That is the last thing that you take before you go from this world. How many times have we made an effort or taken that initiative to see how are we breathing? Are we breathing properly or are we breathing shallow? Most of us do not breathe correctly. So in mindfulness meditation, what you do is you sit down, you observe your breath, observe how are you breathing in, how are you breathing out. So you are basically being present in the moment. So this way you will be, see, meditation, if you have not done it or not used to doing it, it's not going to be easy. But with practice, you will be able to master it. So if you want me to do a detailed video on meditation, do let me know and I'll make a separate video. And lastly, affirmation and gratitude. Now, we all have so many things in our life that we have to be grateful for. But what do? We look at things that we don't have and then we crib and cry for it. But if you take a moment, sit down and see what is it that you have. So the mobile that you are using to watch this video or the laptop through which you're watching this video, you should be grateful for that. The food that you get to eat, the clothes that you get to wear, everything that we have to be grateful for it. And gratefulness or fostering that gratefulness is very, very important. One thing that you can do is every day be thankful for 10 things that you have. It could be random 10 things, anything. So, what I do is the first thing when I get up, I say thank you to God for giving me the opportunity to see this day. The We could say thank you for the food that we get to eat. We could say thank you for the water that we get to drink, the clean water that we get to drink. There are so many things that we can be thankful for, and these are all small blessings. You need not always be thankful for when something big happens, even small things. The ability that we can walk on our own feet, we can use our own hands itself is something that we should be grateful for. So, do ensure that you foster that attitude wherein you are showing gratitude for everything. Next is affirmations. And what are affirmations? Affirmations are positive sentences that you can tell yourself. So, just like we change the narrative of our inner critic to make it say something that is positive, affirmations are that something that you can say out loud to yourself. So, let's assume that you have a important presentation that is coming up and you are not too confident about the presentation and you're nervous and you're scared. So, before the presentation, what you can tell yourself is, I am confident, I'm going to give an amazing presentation. So these are, eh, this is an affirmation, a positive word that you're telling yourself. Now, there are some rules that you have to be mindful of when you make some affirmations. Affirmations have to be in the present tense. It should be something that has happened. You should believe that it has happened. Next is you should feel it in your, you should feel it, you should think it, and you should believe it. So when you're saying your affirmation, you have to say it with that feeling that you have already achieved it. So the affirmation should be said, it should not be said like, okay, so if you say your affirmation like, okay, I am confident and I can give an amazing presentation, this is not affirmation. And you yourself will not believe when you say it in this way. So you need to, you need to stand straight, tell yourself, believe that yes, I am confident and I will give an amazing presentation. So this is the way you should be saying affirmations. There are a lot of affirmations that you can tell yourself, and I would encourage everyone to have a list of affirmations that you can tell yourself every day. It won't take you much time, but it'll make a lot of difference to your mindset. It'll really help you on this empowering journey that you're on. So, on that note, I hope all of you liked today's video and would be implementing the steps that I've mentioned here to silence the inner critic and change it in your favor. So until we see next time, thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone.